What's up everybody, here we are with Demon Adventure Journey. So you're almost done your week 2 and you're wondering what's gonna happen during your week 3. Well, I got your answers. I'm gonna show you what's gonna unlock. I'm gonna show you the events so you can plan ahead, save your resources, and capitalize on everything that's coming your way. Let's get it. So on the main screen here, if I go to the 7-day target, we are no stranger to this by now. Week 1 has it, week 2 has it, and now week 3 has it. So as you can see, I'm on day 3 right now. So if we go over to the diamond packs, once again, they have the faction tickets. So if this is something you're looking towards, you can buy them. It's a decent value since I value one faction ticket at 1,000 diamonds. So basically for 4,000, you're getting an extra for free. Keep in mind, there are other things in this game that you're gonna need to save your diamonds for, but maybe you're just focusing on heroes right now, and this is one of the better ways to do it, especially if we go over to the faction summons, especially if one of the heroes in the Moon faction is the one you're upgrading, such as Daki, or if you go over to the Sun, you can go for Tenjin. I'm currently on my free-to-play account, which is this one right here. I am focusing Tenjin. I kind of skipped over Daki. I really like Tenjin, does high DPS, and once you unlock his Scar skills, he's able to do further damage and then start doing some CC in the form of stun. You can also see for this one right here, he also does knockdown as well. So yeah, this is my go-to hero for this account, and I'm probably going to be focusing him for quite some time. I'm not sure the exact stars before I kind of branch off and go on to other heroes. But as a free-to-play, you really have to pick and choose. I really don't recommend working on too many Sun and Moon faction heroes. They take a lot of time, they take a lot of diamonds. So in my opinion, I would just pick one and just focus your resources on him, because you're going to have to get pets, you're going to have to get sword books, which are these right here. You're going to have to get runes, you're going to have to get exclusive weapons right here. So there's a lot of things you can do to boost the CP, the combat power of your invested hero. So that's just my recommendation. I would just work on one as your main DPS carry. If you're fortunate enough to just get other copies, you know, if I look over here, I was able to pull Gyu, I think that's how you say it. But I'm still focusing everything on Tenjin. Going back to the 7-day targets, the final reward is the same thing. You're going to be able to choose one of the following heroes right here. Shouldn't have an issue as a free-to-play getting here. So far in my first week and my second week, I was able to get those 700 points to get all the rewards. One thing to note is if we go over to day 2, you're going to start to get more of those SSR plus Zenitsu shards. So this is another viable option for you as a free-to-play to invest into if you want. There's multiple boxes I believe you can get throughout your journey that's going to allow you to choose him. So this is an option that you may go for. Now, backing out of that, we have the Lucky Wheel. This is something new, never seen it. It's called the Double Lucky Wheel. And basically you're using diamonds to spin the wheel. You can see you can do a 10 pull for 800 diamonds. And it can land on one of these outer rewards, plus it also spins for the inner rewards as well. So if I look at the lucky list, you can see some of the people on the server were able to get 268 diamonds, 59, 76. Now as for the outer rewards, they're not bad. I personally haven't been doing this on my free-to-play just because you can see I don't have a lot of diamonds at the screen right there, 9,000. Like I said, I'm focusing on heroes first, trying to get my Tenjin copies. But you have these awakening crystals, which are good for awakening your hero. I'll show that in a second. If we go down here, you have your awakening crystals, which is going to be needed to activate your hero awakening. Once again, I'll get into that in a second. Over here, we have enhancement gear XP. So when you're leveling up your gear, this is going to help you right here, 50,000 points of XP. Right here, we have the rune essence shards, which if we click on the details right here, you can see some of the runes. And we click on the first one, we have the rune of Inferno. You can see when you release your ultimate skill for the first time, inflict the burn effect on all damaged enemies. If we click on it again and we look at the rune of wind, we have wind blast to increase the probability of one's haste and crit every 15 seconds for 4 seconds. Haste, if it works like other games, simply that increases your hero's movement speed and attack speed, which is really handy because the faster you attack, the faster you build up your rage towards using your ultra skill. If we back out of here, we have another one. We have rune of rocks, which is when you first unleash your ultra skill, you get a shield. Rune of the Insects, high energy, up 200 points of rage on yourself when you start the battle. This one's really handy. However, it says when you start the battle, so it's like a one-time use. Not really a huge fan of these ones. And then if we scroll down to the last one, we have Rune of the Avalanche. Every 9 seconds, deal 100% skill damage to 3 random enemies, and you also have a chance at knockback. So Typically for me, out of these runes, I would probably go with Rune of the Inferno. This sounds really good. Or Rune of the Wind, which I believe that was the haste and crit. If we back out of this, you can also have a chance of getting Doma's exclusive classic frame, which is basically giving further stats. Right here you can get some shards, which eventually, if you get 50, you can combine and hopefully get a Sun or Moon faction hero. And right here, you can see the probability. And then we have the jackpot, which says a jewel of mysterious power that can be used to replace a designated hero awakening in the training of the Moon Hashira. Now, not too sure what this means, but it is a jackpot item, so I'm assuming it's very rare. Future Giraffe here, so I now know what this stone does. This jackpot item in the double lucky wheel event. It's going to be definitely helpful because what this does is when you start working on awakening your heroes, specifically the Moon/Sun faction ones. So if I back out of here, click the X, I'm going to show you my Daki quickly. Now, if I go into Awaken, you'll notice there's more passive skills to unlock, like you have 1, 2, and 3. For Daki, Pride, if I click on this and then I click on the skill, it's going to permanently up 15% rage recovery rate, which is really good because faster rage means faster ultra skills. Then if I back out of here and you go into Awaken skill number 2, you have Haste Regeneration, which is basically restoring HP, but there are going to be minimum requirements as you see right here. Then we look at the third awakening skill, Flower Leader, up all teammates in your party by 20% skill increase while Daki is present. Really good, once again has minimum requirements. Now what the stone actually does is if I click on this and I go into Hero Awakening, when you're filling up these nodes, you're going to need these awakening crystals, which is I'm going to say the yellow ones. You're eventually going to need the red ones, which are going to be shown right here on the screen. As you continue to progress through your Hero Awakening tree, you are eventually going to need hero duplicates, as you can see on the screenshot right here. What that stone does is replace the duplicate hero needed, as you see on the screen. So of course this is going to be super handy, but I am nowhere near needing that right now, so I'm going to save my diamonds for now and use it on aspects of the game that I'm currently working on. Then we have a new dimensional hero. If we click on this right here, we have Muzan. I'm probably saying that wrong, but the Demon King looks absolutely crazy cool. This is one of those things where there's no pity. I mean, you do have milestone rewards where eventually you will be able to combine these shards into one copy, but you can see you need 100 of them, so yeah, you're gonna have to do a lot of summons right here. And there is no pity. If you click the question mark for the drop rate, I mean, the shard rate drop is very, very low. Like I said before, this is your pay to win hero. I would really only work on these if you're a spender, but you can stack up these dimensional recruitment tickets. If you do the quest throughout the event duration, you can get some right here, or you can go into the shop and buy some for diamonds. It's up to you. I'm personally not worrying about these heroes right now, but they are extremely strong. So if we go back into the home screen and then we go over here to the hero album, all of these heroes at the top, so you can see Tenjiro, Muzan, Nezuko, don't know how to say this name, but I'll say Kokushibo, and then you also have Yorichi. These heroes right here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. These are your dimensional heroes. You can also tell by the Chaos faction icon. These are your pay to win heroes. Extremely strong, but extremely hard to build. Then if we go over to new server ceremony, there is a ranking rush event, which is going to be for your treasure hunt. So that's including your normal and advanced. Normals give you 10 points. Advanced gives you 20 points. The ranking rewards are actually really good, so if I was you, I would advise saving your tickets for your week 3 because you can see first place is going to give you a optional soulstone chest, which these are used to put on your master, but you also get a Sun and Moon SSR plus custom choice chest, which is allowing you to choose any one of these heroes. Another very solid reward. Even if you come in second place, you still get this one as well. You're really aiming for first or second, but honestly, if you come in third or if you come in between 4th to 10th place, you still get a regular faction SSR plus choice chest. But yeah, this event is pretty important because you also get diamonds. So if we go back and we go into adventure, this is going to be your treasure hunt. I've shown this before, but you're going to be doing your draws right here, and advanced, you're going to be doing them right here. So if we go over to the store, I would advise buying up all these normal treasure coupons, especially for gold. But if you have the diamonds to spare, I would start buying them up for diamonds as well. If you go over to the day shop, you can buy the advanced coupons right here. You can buy them twice a day for 400 gold each. Future Giraffe again here. Now, I'm not sure if the dev team miscalculated the actual value of the advanced treasure coupons, but it's so much cheaper and more efficient to just spam buy the normal treasures for 25 diamonds. So like if you go into your store again, like buying them up right here for 25 diamonds, and of course the ones when you see for gold, like when you look at the event breakdown, one normal is 10 points, one advanced is 20 points. It doesn't make sense. So it also doesn't make sense to go over to the day shop and buy one advanced coupon for 400 diamonds, which is only going to give you 20 points, when you could have bought, if we go back to the random shop, you could have bought 16 normal coupons for 400 diamonds to get 200 points, because you only need 8 to do a 10 spin. Anyways, what I'm trying to say is the math ain't mathin'. Would you rather get 20 points or 200 points for the same cost of diamonds? And it's also much more efficient to just spam buy normals and even use diamonds to refresh the shop to get more opportunity. You also have another diamond spending event, as you can see right here. For using 120,000 diamonds, you can come in ranking first. For 100,000 here, 80,000. Honestly, these rewards aren't as good as the previous one for using diamonds. I wouldn't force yourself to use diamonds. If you're using them, that's great. If you don't need to, that's great as well. And then very quickly, I wanted to mention that 2 new heroes have been added into the Wish Summon pool. So if you go over here to your top left, you click on the button, and then you can see Tenjin right here, and also Doma have been added into the summon pool that you can now, if you're working on them, start to summon for. And that's really the main things happening week 3. So I just wanted to make this video so you're aware, and you can start saving those resources. As always, thanks for watching, and stay tuned for the next one.